let's see. Blue side banned Lucian because Enrique on the other team, the ADC, is a Lucian one-trick and made it to Challenger with only playing Lucian. And then they banned Kindred because the jungle on the other team is a Grandmaster Kindred one-trick. And they banned Gragas because Gragas is just good. And the red side is elected to ban, finally ban out the enemy team's jungler with the Olaf and Nidalee bans. And then they decided to throw a ban up to the top lane by banning Nidalee. And then, because they pinched his champ pool, so he had elected to go with the least first pick, so they couldn't pick him out or pinch him anymore. And then red side decided to go for a really strong bottom lane with Caitlyn Morgana. Let's see who blue team elects to pick. They choose Ryze for the mid lane, most likely. Mixed is an avid Ryze player. His coach told him to pick Ryze, and he's then had to spam out like 40 games in a row of just Ryze. Could not be me. And they pick the strongest ADC in the game right now, Aphelios. And they pick, and the red side elected to pick up Echo. That could be going anywhere. Could be going top, mid, or jungle. Most likely jungle, but it could be going mid. They decided to ban out Undead Falcons with the Mordekaiser ban. Let's see who blue team's gonna ban out here. They think that the Echo's going to the jungle or top, so they ban the Ahri. And let's see what the Caitlyn or the red side bans. 13 seconds. And they decided to ban Darius. So they use 3 bans on Undead Falcons. He's the main threat on the team. I think he is the highest elo player on that team. He's made it to Masters a couple times, but he's hard stuck D1 right now. And they decided to ban the top laners. Pocket pick Kled. Let's see who Enrique picks. Ooh, they go for the Gnar pick for the top lane. And ooh, it looks like they're trying to go for the Diana pick. But mixed on a... Ooh, that might be a top lane Ryze then. Where Undead Falcons is pretty good at assassins. Oh no, so that's looking like a top lane Ryze. They're covering the Karma and the Diana. So that will be a Ryze into Gnar. It's looking like a Karma mid. It's a very heavy AP comp with the Aphelios. Well, it could actually be a Karma support. Yep, it was like Karma support. Tristana mid, Aphelios ADC. Oh, Ryze top. Or they could also put, they could flex the Ryze and the Tristana either way, but more than likely it'll be a Ryze top, Tristana mid. And looking like a Syndra pick. With Syndra up, I can't believe that the blue team picked it up how many games they've played with Syndra. Let's see. Yep, top Ryze, I'm guessing. Tristana mid. Gnar top. Syndra mid. Echo jungle. Elise jungle. Aphelios Karma bot against Caitlyn Morgana. Let's look at these solo lanes here. The Gnar, I'm pretty sure has lane prio over the Ryze for the first couple levels, but then once Ryze scales a little bit, like level 3, level 4, he'll just start pressing E and Q on the wave, and then the wave will be gone. And then Ryze will have push priority, so I'll give the edge to the Ryze. For the jungle, at least me trying to look for ganks, trying to go around, get picks, while the Echo will be looking more to farm and get leads where he can. Let's see if there'll be a Dark Harvest or a Electrocute Echo. And then mid lane, I can only guess that it'll most likely be Syndra, lane Boleyn, Tristana. Keeping that Tristana down. And the bottom lane, Caitlyn Morgana's, I'm pretty sure the winning lane there, but if you lose out skills.
Okay, what's up?
Hey Luke.
Where's the camera at?
Yeah, it's the camera. Yeah, I just give a rundown of what lanes win, what lanes don't.
Okay, what'd you talk about? I'll build off of what you said.
Okay, I basically said that Nar like levels 1 through 3 beats Rise, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I said that Least will be trying to look for more like ganks, and he'll be trying to look more to farm. Syndra, Tristana, I'm not too big on the matchup. I never really played it before, but I'd only guess that Syndra early beats Tristana.
No.
Oh, it doesn't?
Opposite.
Oh, opposite? Oh, because of
So-
shoving passive? Yeah, I guess.
Shoving
yeah.
passive, and also if you go PTA and you also have Ignite, he went TP.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh,
Syndra's early game is like pretty good as like a mage, but Tristana is just like early game incarnate.
yeah.
So she actually does end up beating Syndra, even though she's like pretty good. Rise probably loses like pretty early on, but after first back.
Yes, I said like after like level 4 or something like that,
Yeah.
he starts pressing E and Q on the wave,
Yeah.
and he just gets
So
first
like Nar
priority.
wins in like a straight up trade, but I don't think Nar's ever really gonna be in like a good position to be able to like have
Yeah.
like a full on all in. Mid is probably jungle is probably pretty even, but probably Elise is a slightly better champion than Echo.
Yeah,
and
jungle
then
at least.
and then bot lane, Caitlyn Morg is probably gonna be.
Yeah, but I said that the bottom lane, ODU's bottom lane outscales the other one.
For sure. Well, it's pretty close, but yeah, the Karma is gonna end up being pretty good. Karma is one of the few kind of soft counters from Morgana, because especially it depends on the Morgana's skill order. But if
Yeah.
she ends up not maxing E, actually maybe even if she maxes E, basically all Karma has to do is just do your ult Q, and it just breaks the spell shield. So then after that, your champ is kind of invalidated. And they also have the Karma movement speed, which is good to dodge the slow
And they also
projectile.
have the if Karma opts for Ardent Sensor, they just put that on the Tristana and the Felios, and they just ran over their team.
Yep, especially with this AoE shield that's going to work on Tristana. Elise, attack speed's kind of nice. Not the best compared to maybe some other AD champs, but it's still going to be pretty useful, pretty noticeable. Yeah.
There's always a chance that the Elise also goes Conquer, trying to help for more of the attack speed.
I'm not exactly sure about the Conquer Elise.
Hey man, trying to go after Meganar, you sit there, you get the autos off, you press W,
Yeah, maybe,
the attack speed, get it stacking.
Yeah.
Conquer Elise is where it's at right now.
True. Yeah, that's where the Ardent synergy is kind of coming in with the Conquer. Yeah.
I'm not sure where the Ardent goes in with the Rise, but
yeah,
he could opt for a full AD Rise and just
yeah, it might be a potential reality somewhere. Just
Yeah.
maybe not in ours.
yeah.
So far, I did draft the blue side team, so I'm slightly biased.
Yeah.
I do think that we are a little bit stronger. We have pretty much really, really high pressure, good gank setup in every lane except bot lane. Bot lane's kind of it's okay, but it's not the best. So although we talked about how Rise actually does kind of lose to Gnar in the early levels, it doesn't matter in the 2v2, just because he provides so much CC, where Gnar only provides CC when he has his Mega Form. So most of the time, Rise is probably going to be more useful here.
Yeah, and Elise on the 2v2 most of the time is basically like a really, really good support because you can just land the stun.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep, they have a lot of CC to chain together, so you know that Rise is going to be point click slow or root. And then all Elise has to do pretty much is, use Spider Form, get closer, and then just land the E on the snare target.
And Elise is also really good for tower diving. Let's kind of notice how the Elise and the Echo both opt for solo Q strats of Dark Harvest.
Yep,
That's
just trying to ego on each other, chatting each other a little bit.
I thought that if you're playing competitively, I personally would go Electrocute over Dark Harvest on both of those champions, but,
Yeah, I may or may not have told the Elise to go Electrocute, but, sometimes the players think that they know better. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe
we'll see.
Maybe he's right. Who knows?
I mean, they are really squishy, so, I mean, I see where it works, but I don't see why the Echo would go Dark Harvest into us, but...
Yeah, so the problem with Echo is kind of that, he does have CC in his kit, obviously. It's just that his W is so slow.
Yeah.
Either it requires you to just be massively better than the enemy champ, just absolutely knowing how they're going to move. It also requires lane setup, which unfortunately, Red team doesn't have that much of. They have the Syndra stun, pretty nice.
Then they also have the root. They have 2 roots on bottom lane. Like the
Yeah. So they do have some setup, but especially in the top lane side, it's not going to be that much, as long as Rise knows how to space against Gnar.
Yeah. One thing I noticed though is that blue team is all ranged, and red team has more of like a probably has a better team fight.
What do you mean?
30 seconds until
Yes.
the
Yep. They're good.
There. You're good.
Thank you. Yeah, it's starting right now. Okay, so we are seeing some early wards on the blue side, just to make sure that they can actually see how they're moving. Karma tries to go for the Q. Unfortunately, they know that she's there. Red team better players. End of conversation. Thank you, Leon Tang. I will let the team know that you said that while you were not here watching us.
One thing I've noticed though is that you mostly draft for a more stronger lanes over a better team fight. Do you prioritize more of the winning lane than winning game, or do you prioritize more of trying to play around your team fight and pushing that way?
Yeah, so basically what I try to do for most of my drafts is I kind of have like a nice mix of both, but definitely I don't pick just pure team fight pure.
It's kind of like ECPI's team had probably like the way better team fight last game, but you guys had just had the winning solo lanes, which just steamrolled and just snowballed the entire game.
Yeah. So yeah, I just try to have a nice mix. You know, make sure that our Elise is actually going to be able to gank for things, because you know, jungle right now, not the best right now.
No, not
pretty
at all.
much you just have your lanes ahead. If it doesn't work out, then you know you're kind of useless. Your role in the game is pretty much over. So that's why I always try to make sure we have some sort of setup in every single lane. You know, maybe one lane will have to play weak side. They won't have like a really good.
That's really good for jungle, because if you have 3 winning lanes, it's also kind of bad for jungle unless you're playing like a farm-heavy jungler like Olaf. That's why Olaf's really good in the meta right now, is because you could have 3 losing lanes or 3 winning lanes, and you can just sit in your jungle and pillage.
I agree with you completely. And especially in this sort of matchup when they're doing Echo versus Elise, which is like basically 2 pressure junglers, it's really important that you actually have the lane advantage here.
Yeah.
So yeah, looking like some pretty standard stuff. You know, just throwing out some skill shots here. Both players in the bot lane have pretty good movement. Nice dodge onto the more Q there. Looking pretty even so far. Caitlyn gets a nice auto attack in right there. Gotta flex on him, but Keegemos does end up landing the Q auto. Here comes the root. Elise is coming through. They're gonna try to gank this. He might flash. Will he predict the E? So he does end up flashing, but they do get that flash out. And for this Rise matchup, that's going to be really important for later.
Yeah. I'm surprised at how hard you bullied him.
Yeah. That was actually perfect. That's exactly what I was looking for when I drafted that. So now we see Elise actually invading into the red team jungle. He knows that he's going to be stronger than the early level. So he's just kind of looking for Echo and trying to gauge where he is.
Yeah.
Can they hear us, by the way?
I think so.
The people that are doing spectator? Okay, I'm not sure. So
yeah.
Okay, yeah, so top has like a huge wave pushing in. Gnar's gonna get poked there. He kind of goes for CS. I don't think he ended up getting the counter there. See, just perfect, right?
Yeah.
Like he goes for his W, and all Rise has to do is just sit, basically just max range. And look, Gnar's already 2 or 3 bars, no clash.
Yeah. And plus you also have Elise, which is really good at ganking.
Exactly. And if you actually look at Elise, she's still on the top side of the map. So you know, right now she's gonna go for this mid play here, but she can actually start ending up rotating top. They have a lot of burst here. She's gonna survive with a little bit, but we do get the flash out. We do blow the ignite and the flash, but especially in this lane that I said that Tristana has a lot of pressure. This is going to be really important because if Syndra doesn't have her E cooldown, so basically if she tries to fish for some sort of trade, when Tristana is going to have that flash advantage on her, it's not going to be good news for Syndra here. Yeah, look at bot lane, it's so peaceful.
Yeah. Just pushing back and forth.
Yeah, just throwing out skill shots back and forth. Everyone's just having like crazy stuff go on.
Until the skill shot actually lands, then it's...
Oh yeah, then things are going to start getting heated up here.
Not really on an ODU side, because if we land a skill shot, it's not like as impactful as the root onto another
As
root.
we see, the Rise is just
destroying
that R here.
Like close.
Yeah. So it looks like Nar's going to have to
back and TP back.
So yeah, burning the TP is really important because especially Elise, and also the fact that we have a Tristana that also has lane pressure mid means that if we get a successful gank off bot, or if they just back at the wrong timing, this means that we have TP advantage. Basically, our Dragon just goes completely uncontested. So
Yeah.
we do see that the Gnar TP does end up being used. So we do have Rise with a
CP advantage.
a pretty okay CS lead. Gnar is still ranged, so he's not gonna have 20 CS down or something crazy like that. But he is gonna have that TP advantage. We got a good route onto the.
Oh, this other commentator is Takahashi.
Yep, nice to meet all of you. I'm actually the coach for ODU. I think I talked to. He's the other caster, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually talked to you earlier. I was talking about I maybe wanted to do cast, but I need to make sure our team succeeds because we're kind of out here pretty late.
Yeah.
So the Caitlyn's just sitting in the bush here. This is good for Caitlyn's passive because you get 2 headshot stacks every time you're in a bush. Here comes the binding, immediate ignite, and they're gonna just combo right off. Flash is way too late here.
Yeah.
So yeah, this you really have to look out. We don't exactly see the skills that Karma had. This matchup is only a soft counter. It's still slightly Morgana favored if they're better. So whenever you don't have that E on off cooldown, you just really need to be careful.
Yeah.
Very interesting story. Thank you very much.
I have indeed looked him in the eyes while you peep.
When did I talk to you? I talked to you earlier when you were talking to the rest of our team. I was thinking about commentating, but I was already kind of mental boomed from drafting for the team. So now, I just kind of want to do something. I want to practice my casting a little bit. So, but I'll definitely try to cast next time we come for sure. A little earlier, probably. So yeah, exactly what we're talking about here. The bot lane backs at a timing that might have been good for them, but it doesn't end up being good for the jungler because, as you can see, they just use that advantage there, and they steal that camp right away from Echo's hands.
Well, Echo got.
Oh, Echo did end up getting it. Okay,
yeah,
so they tried, but okay, unfortunately they didn't get it. That's quite unfortunate, but they tried.
Yeah.
Platfazar
showed that he is the subpart Jakarta.
I have to hype up my own players.
Hey, I'm gonna say level 5, level 4. Somebody's farming more efficiently here.
That's true. Okay, here comes the Rise. He's just walking up, taking the wave. He knows that he can all in here. He's getting the Conqueror proc here.
Yeah, he's clapping his cheeks.
Yep. Yeah, Gnar just really can't do anything into this matchup. So earlier we did talk about how it's range versus range. So the CS isn't going to be that bad. Yeah, but now it's kind of starting to add up after that first back like we were talking about earlier.
Yeah. Plus Gnar's a weird champion where it's range versus range, but his stats aren't that good, and you just play for Mega Gnar, and Mega Gnar isn't a ranged top laner.
Exactly. And the problem is, since Rise has his movement speed from his passive, even though he does end up getting the power spike from Mega Gnar, he can just space them out like we were seeing him do.
Yeah.
And also the thing is, Mega Gnar is stronger than normal Gnar, but honestly, probably in this lane, it's going to be better when he's ranged.
Yeah, because range, he can at least CS or get some poke down.
Exactly. Oh, a nice insect into the stun! Perfect, CZ! Oh, so close.
Didn't get it.
I think he is still dead, though.
No, the Thunder's going to save him.
So close. So close.
Being a pussy here and doesn't hit any skill shots there. I'm just saying, that was me. I would have kept on going.
I'm liking this aggression so far though from ODU because we played against the same team earlier on the tournament.
And Colin was out there mixed.
No, this isn't looking too good. He does get caught out. Gets the Morg binding.
That's just somebody that's tired.
Yeah, that's true. He's just trying to go get his prize money and leave. But the rest of his team still trying their heart out, trying to make sure we get the win. Here comes Elise, but the Mega Gnar does DOA to safety. Unfortunately, can't get the gank off here. We need to watch out for bot lane though, since our Karma is gone. They're going to be able to dive this pretty easily.
Let's see if he gets the outplay.
Oh my god!
Holy shit! Oh my! He
so
almost
close.
got it.
He actually was really close to actually lifestealing with his with Sevrum, but unfortunately. They do have a bit too much damage. They actually didn't even ignite him. I'm kind of surprised.
Yeah.
A little close for comfort for the red team, but they do end up still executing on the play. Pretty nice. And right now, since Echo knows that the bot lane has the advantage,
he is most definitely inting.
Yeah, a little inting. Yeah, I can't deny it.
He is a little bit more than soft inting.
So again, we're seeing this cryo being utilized greatly. Right, again, they're gonna dive him. He just came back to lane. Echo's gonna have that ult.
Ooh, the Rise gets the kill.
Here goes the Rise.
Oh,
He's
about to
gonna
get a
Puck
double.
Conquer.
He's gonna get. Oh no.
Deco does
maybe?
end up using the flash. I don't think he's gonna get it.
Oh, Enrique is gonna get the kill.
Oh my god.
Oh,
good heal.
Keegemo with the heal.
That's a great heal right there. And he does end up using the flash there. So we're actually might be able to see them get a gank off bot lane, even though they have Morgana.
The communication there, because they both speak Chinese, so I can only imagine
Yeah, exactly.
that
They
they
got
both
the-
said that in Chinese to each
Yeah.
other. Heal me. But
Yeah, they got the special bond with each other.
Yeah.
And while all that was happening, you know, even though that was kind of tragic for our bot lane, they did end up getting the 2 plates, also getting Herald and using that. They did end up splitting, you know, the bounty gold between Elise and Tristana, but you know, still nice. At least they got something out of the bot lane play.
Yeah. But I'll be keeping my eye on that Caitlyn bounty at 400 gold. So if you kill her, you get 700 gold, right?
Yeah, definitely.
700.
Even though, you know, ODU are trying to be proactive, and they're okay. Felix just moonwalking. Sorry. Definitely, the one you want to keep your eye out on during this game is definitely going to be Enrique. You know, he's playing as Caitlyn, pretty good ADC. Yeah, the Felios moonwalk. I don't know what he's doing. But yeah, you definitely want to look out for Caitlyn, just because there's actually a massive CS deficit in the bot lane right now.
40 CS.
A 40 CS deficit, and also the 3 kills and the 1 assist. And she also does have more paired with the champ.
Yeah.
So, you know, this Caitlyn's going to be really deadly. And probably ODU are going to have to try to look for something to shut down this Caitlyn.
Yeah, maybe a Roman with the mid and the jungle.
They're going to have a pretty good team fight where they're able to single her out or
Yeah.
something like that. Maybe with the Trist ult or something.
It's also looking like the red team is really setting up vision with this dragon.
Yeah.
And there's really nothing that the blue team can do about it.
Yeah. Right now they have a really big, massive lead on the spot lane, so it's going to be a little difficult to kind of make these plays.
Yeah, they have constant bot prio. Mid is
Oh, we do land the snare though. Okay, they get the double root. He's flashing in. I don't know if he's going to be able to kill them, but Morgana
Morgana is
going to fall here.
Oh, the stopwatch.
I think she is going to end up falling, but that stopwatch does buy enough time to make sure that they get that kill.
And make matters worse, there's on the karma, so next time she goes and ends, she's worth gold again.
Yeah, that's true. That was actually pretty unfortunate that neither Felios or Elise got it, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. They didn't have no stopwatch now, though, but
Yeah.
I think Morgana is building Zonia's next, so maybe she might get that same stopwatch active very soon. Tristana's just finishing the tower, jumps over.
It's for Starblood.
He does have ult, though. He might be able to get away here. He also does have flash. They do. Oh, and the Rise is following. I'm thinking they're going to be able to make it out here. He does flash away.
Let's see what Michael's able to do
Oh,
here.
no, but Echo rewinds, and they're not going to be able to kill him.
Oh, he got the Ignite off, but I think he just entered.
Yeah, that was a slight
And
int
then
there.
he team baited.
Yeah.
And team bait.
I definitely would have just either Rise ulted over the Baron pit. They already know that system previously. Huh? What? Why, is this not the Baron screen? But yeah, oh no, yeah. This is looking quite unfortunate for the ODU right now. And unfortunately, since Team Kaesa is currently undefeated, that means they are going to end up, you know, if they win this game, they win the whole thing pretty much. ODU is going to have to beat them twice just to reset the bracket against them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Caitlyn's really fed. Syndra's pretty strong too.
Michael's really strong.
Yeah, it's looking quite unfortunate. You know, there is a, you know, still pretty significant who fed the Caitlyn Pepe hands. Yeah, you know,
If you want to know, just put your eyes on the bottom side of the screen. Look a little bit to the left.
Yeah, you know, it might be somewhere on the bottom part of the screen. You know, maybe we don't want to.
We don't want to call anybody out here.
Exactly,
Feeder,
you know.
But
You know,
somebody on the left team is a feeder.
Yeah.
Not saying names here.
Yeah, if you want to find out, you know, you can always check out the VOD. But yeah. I don't necessarily want to disclose it against my teammates. So, oh, here comes the Gnar though.
I don't know how that E didn't.
He does have his cleaver now, but I think Rise is still going to be able to get away, of course, with this power.
It's kind of weird though how the E didn't hit. He hit the minion that was right next to him, but he didn't go on him.
Yeah, unfortunately didn't spread there.
Somebody loves you long time, Luke.
Thank you, Von. Love you too, buddy. He actually, Evervons and Neil used to play like HSL high school league. Yeah, so that's how we know. He goes to the branch too.
Oh.
That's where me, Colin, Emily, Neil are all from.
So, what would you tell the blue team right now on a strategy on how to come back in this game?
It's gonna be rather difficult. They just need to find a good flank maybe, or just. It's honestly more so relying on Caitlyn's mispositioning. You know, the other members of the team are quite strong, or at least going even. Maybe excluding Morgana. Maybe, well, actually, Karma's not all that useful right now at the moment either. So, you know, maybe Caitlyn is still stronger. They're just gonna need a really, really good fight. Maybe abuse like a lack of TP on one of the champions.
Yeah.
Or maybe a miscommunication.
Ooh,
Quite
that's
unfortunate.
really good.
That was a really good stun. I think he is gonna end up dying. We're gonna get the jump reset here. It doesn't matter. Oh my god! But the Syndra just interrupts both of them with the stun and ults. Double kill for Syndra.
That's a little rough.
Yeah, they definitely thought that they had the pick there. They landed all the CC, but they just didn't even take into account that Syndra was there. Beautiful stun by Syndra. You know, interrupting the jump reset also, and also stunning them. Oh.
I think the problem there was Mixed opted to ult the Echo whenever he like was still had enough health to the ult didn't kill him. So he ulted him away, so they had to step a little bit too far forward to get the kill.
So they have to actually commit further to get
and that gave Syndra the opening to
on the
yeah.
Oh no, is Karma gonna die here too? They're gonna have to end up blowing heal. It's really close. And also, we were kind of missing it, but the Rise kind of flashed over the wall. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I can really provide critical analysis on why that happened, but maybe some sort of technical issues or something like that. Not quite sure here.
Maybe they just have a little bit of this thing called brain lag,
Yeah, it's pretty late. I think it's like 12:23, in the morning. So a little late here.
Yeah. But even if they do end up going down, they at least get some prize money.
Yeah, so here, this is the play that they're trying to look for, the pick that I was talking about, but unfortunately...
The Echo was there.
Echo knows, because, he realizes the state that the game's in right now. He knows that basically they have to go for desperation plays, over bot lane.
That was a really rough jump.
Yeah, I don't know, that was like a smash short hop or something. I'm not quite sure what that was. But he does end up getting the kill. But Echo right now is just really putting on the pressure, making sure that this bot lane that's already super duper ahead is staying ahead. So really, really a great job by Echo here, and Enrique and his support are also playing it very, very well. So it seems like their communication is really good.
They also do have 2 Grandmasters on their team.
Exactly. So that communication is really good. They have a load of solo queue games to kind of build off of. So.
My Adopt Fox is pointing out a really good point here. Every game is winnable, but every game is also losable.
Exactly. You might be winning up until you lose. It always happens.
Yep. Like, who knows? Maybe they'll just all forget about top lane existing, and Michael will just do this thing that people do when they're tilted, and they just run it down one lane, and they just will forget about him.
Exactly. So, maybe, someone might want to play a little longer. They love League of Legends. It's their life. Maybe they'll just, run it into their Nexus or something. You never know,
Or
League is very unpredictable.
Maybe they're like, man, I know it's 12:30, but I still want to play more
Exactly.
So once they make it to their Nexus, they hit the surrender button, and they make it go to a Nexus.
Exactly. And they've been waiting for quite a while, so I think they definitely want to show off a little bit. So Aphelios does get one-shotted by the Echo. He's doing quite a bit of work here.
Ooh,
a great Zonias by Morgana. And they do end up disengaging here.
Well, if they end up losing here, we know why. It's because the Morgana opted for the Zonias.
No, we're not. No, I don't think that was the reason. But, maybe it's not absolutely terrible in the situation. I think there are better alternatives. But, she's doing well with it. Maybe it's not that bad. Maybe Enrique just doesn't even need it.
Yeah.
Okay,
ooh,
that was him. That was actually
that was blind. That was a blind.
So he just knew, but unfortunately.
But too bad he's a subpar Jakungler here.
And Karma takes the kill again. Just so unfortunate that.
Ooh, and he got the red.
He does get the red though.
Karma pop-off game. He may only be 2-5, but this game now relies solely on this Karma.
Exactly.
Play.
She's taking it up into her own hands. She realized, fuck, our team's not gonna be able to do anything. I need to take it into my hands.
He looks at his fucking useless 0-4 AC and he goes, man, this game's all in my hands. I have to grip it. I have to grip it with my hands.
Exactly.
And win this game.
You're really like taking control of the game.
Yeah.
You know, taking the red buff, fuck everyone. You know,
Yeah.
taking all the kills, fuck everyone.
Yeah. Nothing else matters other than trying to win this game. And this game solely relies on him.
Exactly. You know, some of the early game stuff might have been a little
Yeah,
question mark, but you know, he's making up for it.
Yeah,
You know,
and his name is a him. So
Yeah.
every time he makes a play, you should be questioning it and saying,
Yeah, you know, you really have to like analyze it.
Yeah.
You know, understand why he's making
Yeah.
certain plays.
You know, maybe the 5 to 17 kills. You know, it's only because him said, you know what, we're so good at this game that we have to give him the handicap.
Yeah, you know, we were thinking that maybe red team might sandbag or something, but
Yeah.
who knows? Maybe ODU actually just
we're
wants
the
to play a little bit
sandbag.
more.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's actually pretty interesting. You know, they have been here for a while, but you know,
They've
they
been
all
playing,
still
like,
play league.
How many games in a row now?
3,
Three?
2 or 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but we're all very motivated. You know, striving to win here, hungry.
Yep. Yeah, he wanted to get the dub.
Yeah. So yeah, here now it's quite difficult. So they did have the side lane rise, which is really
Ooh,
nice.
and that's a dead.
Oh my god.
He is dead.
And he gets the trap off. Perfect placement. Echo's going to be diving here. I don't think they're going to be able to kill him. He's going to have aura, but they do end up just one-shotting. Karma's trying to run away, but it just does not matter. They have way too much burst at way too far of a range. They're going to clean house and get 3 kills for the red team. Oh, and he's actually not done yet. He's looking for more, but I don't think Tristana's going to be able to give him that opportunity.
I think that Q's going to. Oh, and if he's into him, I think he dies.
Oh, no, he's still looking for it, though. You know that he's hungry for it.
Yeah.
The Rise does end up zoning the Morgana off. Red trinket there, just clearing out Civision, making sure that this siege is going to be safe for them.
I think what they should have done though is that in draft, instead of picking the Elise with Dark Harvest, they should have went for more of like a harder engage or something to like tank for him, but like still provide damage, like a Hail of Blades Poppy.
Oh yeah, you know, Spirit played it in Kespa Cup.
Yeah.
I hear about that. You know.
Yeah.
You know, I believe in the butterfly effect. You know, maybe it might have done something. You know, we'll never know, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think that we should reverse time and
yeah, just echo ult. You know,
we should echo ult
this whole this whole venue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just so we get to see the
Hail of Blades Poppy.
Yeah, Hail of Blades Poppy instead.
Somebody earlier was telling me that they were gonna pick Poppy but play it with Aftershock, which would have been the subpar thing to do.
Yeah, I see. So yeah, let's just look into the itemization here. So okay, so Syndra is going Oblivion Orb, but she obviously doesn't want to complete it into Morella yet. She just kind of wants that spell pen for that one-shot factor, you know, with the QME. And then Echo is rushing Zonia's instead of like Lichbane, you know, a more offensive item. Just because he knows his role this game is just to stall as much as possible. You know, W Zonia's, you know, his R. He has a lot of ways to stall out, and he just knows that. You know, Caitlyn and Syndra both being very long range. As long as he stalls for his teammates, he's just going to be able to win no matter what. Yeah, lands the stun, but unfortunately gets blocked by the stealth shield.
Leon brings up a very good valid point.
That is not a valid point. That is not a valid point.
Imagine how many things you can play that is the same things that like Tristana does, but better.
Like who?
You got Kiana.
That's not the same. That is not the same thing.
Shoves waves.
Yeah, shoves waves like after you get Tiamat and a few items, you know.
Gets picks. Has a game-changing ultimate.
Yeah, I mean, like you can all in at level 2, but you will die, you know. All in at level 3, you can do it, but you will die.
Or you can play Lucian mid too.
Well, Lucian mid was on the table, but you know, Tristana just have a slightly bit more pressure than Lucian. Lucian's a little harder to execute as well.
Yeah, and having this guy named Mixed, who's maybe not the most mechanically adept player, would probably be able to perform on it.
Because they do end up getting the Baron, that Elise is going to try to kill the Syndra here, but she's going to flash. Headshot hits. Oh, the Morgana is buying a lot of time. She does flash over the wall. Oh my god, that burst from the headshot. She is just lining him up right now.
Missing 2 Qs in a row.
Oh my god.
Oh my. He is dead.
So that Syndra bait was perfect because she just completely isolates Elise from the rest of the team. They don't have all that much peel. They don't have much of a front line. So as we see, Enrique is just flashing in Wild Turtle style. Season 4, he's just headshotting over and over again. And he does have 75% crit, so that is going to end up being crits most of the time. So why is it good for that? ODU's A-team. You know, we might have to consider it after this one.
Yeah, exactly. Like, do you see this? Do you see these like players?
Yeah.
1 and 6. 0 and 6,
and
2 and 7. The only lanes that we have that did all right were our solo lanes.
Yeah, this is looking pretty doomed for the ODU Keegemos. Yeah, it's just looking pretty doomed. Enrique's 11-0 on his Caitlyn.
Is this gonna give them the soul?
Yeah, they probably are gonna try to contest for it, but I don't think they're gonna end up getting it. They are trying though.
They are. Oh,
they're going in on the Gnar. He flashes over. He does not want that to happen, but a great flank onto from the Rise here.
And Enrique plays this perfectly. He realizes that his top laner's dog shit, and he says he's dead. He got caught out, so I have to kite back.
Yeah.
But then they just kind of get rolled.
Yeah, great insight from both of those players. Oh, here comes the Echo. He knows that he's strong enough. He's going to have Zonias.
Let's see if the support hardens again.
Okay, he's going in.
He's going on Colin?
Oh, he is rooted, but he's... Actually, he doesn't even need an ult because Karma's just dead too.
And then now Karma is now 2-8.
Another death on the board. Maybe it's still winnable.
If you look at the base, actually, Syndra is ending the game.
Yeah, Syndra, she's done. She's been here for a while. They've been having a long break. They want to just get out of here. Got a long drive home. So they're just full hitting it. I don't think they're going to be able to stop it. If we do get the Moon Bomb with the Snare, they might be able to kill Gnar. They do kill Gnar.
Let's see if they can stop them from having a perfect game.
Ooh, the Morgana's coming in with the Syndra. Oh, great setup by Morgana there. And I think Syndra's just going to clean house. Great max range stun. And this is going to be the end of the game for Blue Team.
Let's see if him can rank up another death.
Let's
see if Eddie can get another death out here.
Wait, is it okay? The stalling from the Zonias? Oh my god.
Eddie is now 2-9.
Syndra is still alive. She's just been in here for 30 seconds. They are going to end up killing it with the Echo.
Ooh, Michael! Auto.
Oh my, wait, this jungler is toxic though. He just let his teammate die. That's kind of fucked up.
This is getting murdered like the spiders in my room.
Oh my god, and Rise actually does end up trading kills with the Echo, and there's some question mark pings.
Will the minions just end the game?
Maybe, but yeah, there was some question mark. Okay, but yeah, the minions do end up getting the game, and our tournament winners are Team Kaesa. Congratulations. Great stuff from the red team this game. Yep. Really establishing that early pressure, even though they didn't have the strongest lane follow-ups. Echo really made sure that every advantage he got, every little advantage he got, he took it. Bot lane played very, very well. Morgana, especially with like the very, very good bindings, and Caitlyn obviously having great follow-up for each of them.
Yeah, it's pretty unfortunate for the for ODU, Keegemos.
Yeah, happens sometimes. They did end up getting the Karma Morgana, but
they tried playing for winning lanes, and if you don't win your lanes hard enough, then the team fighting team will just roll over.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, they were just way too ahead. I mean, Caitlyn was 11-0. I don't think we have
somebody on the team entered a little too hard. And
yeah,
might need to get a belt out.
Yeah. Leon, if you're still watching, he did say that no one was going to get the belt today, but maybe. After that one, maybe.
I think there were one player in particular needs to get it, maybe two.
Yeah, maybe two, arguable.
Yeah, arguably two, but the other one was just kind of like, the other one's hard inting. What do you do? And if you get an inting person, not naming names here, but if you get an inting person in your game, there's not much you can do when they tower dive you.
You might just need to do something to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Yeah, I'm saying if you whip out the belt, then it solves a lot of problems.
Yeah. Regardless, though, red team did play very, very well.
Yeah.
Well-deserved win for them.
Yeah.
They did storm through winners with relative ease.
Yeah.
So yeah, well-deserved win for Team Kaesa.
It's been a good tournament today.
Yep. We've been here for a while, and honestly, I'm kind of hungry. Might go to Taco Bell or something. So yep. Thank you guys for watching.
Oh, the headband's in the bag. You guys missed wearing it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys.